I cannot open my inbox or TikTok or any sort of social media app without being told to buy a million things, especially now that Christmas and other holidays are just around the corner. But we're not going to fall prey to this. We are going to de-influence ourselves because we cannot fall victim to overconsumption. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you buy things that are cheap that you're a bad person or that you should never buy from certain stores. Like, we are all human. We all, are doing our best. But I want to talk about some alternatives and just like de-influence you from fast fashion and overconsumption, especially around the holidays. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to another edition of Crochet Coffee Chats, a series on my channel where we crochet together, or whatever hobby you want to get up to if you just want to relax and listen while we talk about topics like sustainability, fast fashion, hobbies, overconsumption, some of my favorite topics, and hopefully yours too. So if you're interested in more videos like this, my sister's dog is walking around, so if you see me smiling and laughing, it's because she's very cute. If you're new here, I'm Carla. I make cultural commentary videos like this one, as well as cozy vlogs about my hobbies like crochet and just my, cozy little life living abroad in London. And we recently hit 2,500 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for. So if you have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, maybe you can join this wholesome little community. So grab your drink of choice, get in your comfy clothes, and let's just have a cozy chat. Also, let me know in the comments what you're doing while watching this video, because I love hearing about people's different crochet, knitting projects, or whatever it is that you're working on, so let me know. I'm personally working on my crochet cardigan. I've posted 2 vlogs so far, just documenting my progress so far. So if you're interested in watching one of those vlogs, I'll put one of them right here. They're just cozy little days in my life spent crocheting and doing normal life things. And don't we love this jumper? I stole it from my sister's closet because I'm at my sister's place in Madrid right now. So in today's crochet coffee chat, I just want to be de-influencing you when it comes to Christmas shopping, holiday shopping, Black Friday, that sort of thing. Because I have lots of opinions on the subject. If you're from the US, you know especially how big of a deal Black Friday is, and I mean more so how big of a deal it used to be before online shopping was so popular. But I think regardless of where you live, we are all inundated with ads and commercials around this time of year. People are inside, maybe they're a bit bored. There's so many gifts to buy for so many different people. A lot of people leave their gift shopping until the last minute, and that leaves them a bit more vulnerable to, shopping sales or shopping fast fashion or something like that out of convenience. And in my commentary videos like these, not so much my vlogs, I talk a lot about overconsumption, fast fashion, sustainability, because they're topics that I'm really interested in and passionate about and have been for quite a long time now. But I will never tell you that you are a bad person for buying things out of convenience or for shopping fast fashion, because oftentimes it is the most affordable option. That doesn't mean it's ethical, but I understand. I understand the logic. There's a reason why it is so popular. So don't worry, this isn't going to be me lecturing you and telling you that you suck because you buy from Amazon. No. But I'm just here to provide some tips and tricks for truly understanding that you don't need that thing, or that buying the cheaper option isn't always actually cheaper for the cost to the earth, and potentially to the cost to yourself, because you're just going to have to replace it in a month. So large companies that don't have good practices and oftentimes aren't even selling you things that are of good quality by any means, use sales and events like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and just Christmas and gift shopping in general to sell you things to a level that they haven't sold you them all year. This is when they're going to encourage you the most to buy from them. They might slash their prices or make it seem like they slashed their prices. To be fair, Black Friday has gotten worse from a sales perspective over the years. It used to be, growing up, I remember seeing news stories on TV someone got in a fist fight and is now being arrested because they tackled someone at Walmart. Black Friday used to be insane, and people would go, super, super early to the mall to get, whatever this item was that they wanted. And typically, yeah, they were things like a TV or like some sort of kitchen appliance, things that are really expensive, and they would be genuinely discounted to super low prices. And now I feel like Black Friday isn't as much of a big deal because so many people just shop online. And even now, the Black Friday online sales will be like 20% off. Which, on one hand, I think that's annoying because why are you still calling it Black Friday if the sale isn't even that good? But on the other hand, I think it's just another reason if you just want like a practical, economical reason for not shopping Black Friday sales, it's that the sales aren't even that good anymore. But regardless of the fact that Black Friday isn't as much of like a cultural phenomenon these days, there is still so much pressure to buy a lot around Christmas time or whatever holiday you celebrate. And maybe it makes sense, like maybe we buy more than ever because of things like TikTok and TikTok Shop. I did like a proper video essay about that if you want to watch that video here. So maybe because overconsumption is so, rife in our culture, brands don't need to slash their prices and make a big deal out of it because they know that people are going to buy it anyways, just for like clout and to not feel like they're missing out on like the latest beauty item or fashion item or kitchen appliance, things like that. They'll also churn out like the ugliest holiday clothing you can imagine and holiday decor that's just super cheap and is going to fall apart within like a few weeks. And I'm not saying don't decorate for the holidays and don't buy a silly Christmas sweater. Like, by all means, live your life, enjoy. But I just think, quality over quantity, pretty much always. One thing that always makes me laugh is when fast fashion companies have like the holiday party collection. And I remember like always scrolling like on the H&M website and being like, ooh, the holiday collection's out. Obviously I didn't buy anything because I was like a child, but just thinking, oh yeah, when I'm an adult and I have holiday parties, I'm gonna buy these like sparkly dresses and wear them once a year and whatever. It's like, who goes? I mean, I know people go to holiday parties, but come on. Do any of us go to holiday parties to the extent where we need a whole new collection of sparkly clothing? I just feel like it's one of those things that doesn't actually exist, but we've all accepted that, yeah, you need a holiday dress, like a party dress. So yeah, we've talked about the problems with overconsumption and these massive companies taking advantage of people who want a good deal or like need to buy gifts really quickly, and just some of the funny behaviors that we ourselves like partake in around this time. But I want to talk about how you can avoid this overconsumption trap around Christmas. When it comes to things for yourself, like, do you need the sequiny party dress? Do you need a new Christmas jumper? Like, are the things you own already enough? And I would say just like shop in your own closet. Like, take out that box of winter clothes, get excited about what you already own again that you haven't looked at, because chances are there are so many things in your closet that you still love, that you forgot about, that work perfectly fine for any holiday parties that you do have to go to. You can get creative and excited about the things that you already own. Something that's really helped me to get excited about my own closet is digitizing my wardrobe. I made a whole vlog about it if you want to watch that. I should do an update on how it's been going because I love it, but I really, really recommend that to anyone who struggles to be like, I don't have anything to wear, I don't like anything I own, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying this will solve your problems, but it really helps you to see your closet in a new light and to consider everything you own instead of like the 3 sweatshirts that you've been wearing every day. And now to talk more about buying gifts, because I feel like that's where we might tend to shop conveniently, because I don't know, if you don't really love giving gifts, like if it's not your love language, you might just want to, get it out of the way, buy whatever is on someone's gift guide and be done with it. So something I would say is to set like a budget or a wish list. So if you set a budget, then you can say like, okay, I'm happy to spend $50 on my sibling, which I think is reasonable when you're both like working adults. $50, like, I think that's good. It's like high enough where it's special for Christmas and low enough where it's not like you're spending hundreds of dollars. And I think when you purposely set a budget for yourself, you don't have to tell anyone about it, you have to become pickier. Then you have to say to yourself like, okay, what can I get? Like just one thing that costs $50, which is expensive for a singular item, especially when we're used to shopping fast fashion, that will actually be, you know, like valuable to them or bring them joy, improve their life. Maybe it's something they've always wanted, anything. Basically, setting a budget for yourself, like, it just allows you to be more intentional, you know, because it's really easy to buy $50 of crap. I can tell you that. I feel like if you've come across my channel, that you probably enjoy secondhand shopping and thrifting. And I know that there's some debate online about whether thrifting a gift is like gross or not classy, but I think it's perfectly acceptable, because instead of buying for yourself or for a friend like a nice sweater or a nice jacket from, I don't know, Zara or Amazon, you can actually take the time and maybe find them something like designer that's like 100% wool or 100% leather for a good price. You know, it's not going to be as cheap as fast fashion, but you might find like a gem and something that that person or yourself will talk about for years to come and will actually wear. That's way more special than gifting someone or gifting yourself something trendy that you're not going to like in a few months. In that same realm, I think crafting something for someone, DIYing a gift can be so nice. I have a video about crochet Christmas gifts on my channel. I have two actually, one from last year, one from this year. But there are so many things you can do. There are so many like small projects that won't take you a lot of time that you can make for somebody. And you know, maybe there's a chance that someone's like, oh, you didn't want to spend money on me, so you just DIY'd something, but I don't know. Like, I feel like a good friend wouldn't really see it that way. They would be like, wow, you took the time to make something for me with your own two hands. Thanks, girl. It's just way more special. And I think when you're surrounded by people who care about the same things as you do, they wouldn't look at a DIY gift in a negative light. And to make it even easier, you could give someone a kit. You could buy them some yarn and a hook and a pattern and be like, here's your hobby for winter break. There are so many options, and I really just think those gifts are special. Like, those are the types of things that people remember and that they talk about for years to come, because it's just really thoughtful and special, in my opinion. Of course, not everyone loves to make things, or you might not have time. I think shopping small is a really good option if you do just want to, you know, pop into a shop, buy a gift, and be on your merry way. I really love a website in the UK called Not on the High Street, and they just have like tons of small businesses, and they sell really creative, really high quality things. Of course, there are other websites that aren't UK specific, like Etsy. You know, I'm pretty sure that exists all over the world. There are a lot of like resellers on there and like drop shipping going on, but when you can find like a real small business on Etsy, it can be really special, and you can support someone's small business and just get a really unique gift in the process. I feel like sometimes we get hung up on gifts being like big, being flashy, or else it doesn't feel like good enough. But if someone buys me something that's really small, but I can tell that it's well made and that it supported someone who like put thought and effort into it, and that it's really unique and I'm not going to like see that a bunch of other people have it, that feels like so special, and it's something that will not collect us, and it will be something that I'll have more of an incentive to keep around. I'm definitely all for enjoyment and just doing things that are nice for yourself, prioritizing rest, all of those things. But I do think there's like a sustainability motivation to buying someone something as a gift, or buying yourself something as a gift that you'll actually use, whether that's clothing that you'll actually wear, so maybe it's a bit more like of a practical item, or whether it's like a journal if someone really cares about planning their life, or like writing down their feelings, things that someone can go to and touch on every single day. There's so many types of gifts that are good, but I think that a gift that someone will actually use almost every day is, one, super practical, and two, it's also quite special, because then they're guaranteed to think about this lovely gift that you got them every single day. It's not always realistic to completely avoid fast fashion and shopping from large companies with questionable ethics, but the goal, in my opinion, isn't perfection. It's just making some progress. Like, a gift isn't special because it's trendy or flashy or brand new. Like, a gift is special because you put thought into it, because the person will value it, because it will last. All pillars of what makes something more sustainable. If you have any thoughts on these tips, or if you have any more tips, please leave them in the comments, because I think we all want to avoid overconsumption over the holidays, and getting other people's perspectives is so important. I think that's it for today's crochet coffee chat. I do hope you enjoyed it, but if you're here till the end, you're a real one. Comment the Mrs. Claus emoji so I know who you are. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!